Right, hello everybody, welcome to another round of SLS action. We'll have a quick look at the fixtures and the league table before heading into the action. Got Big Time Belfast versus Samba FC, Ballycastle versus Tabletopping Green Park Rangers, Glebe versus Shillelaghs, The Draft versus Portrush, and WC Stout versus Antrim. The table is as follows. GPR sit top of the table by 3 points still. Portrush, Belfast and Drought all within 2 points of each other, with Glebe still rooted to the bottom, 11 points adrift of Antrim. And in the first division, we've got 3 games tonight. Cookstown home to Glenavon, and Drumore and the Updraft away to Crusaders and Linfield. All 3 of them going for promotion at the top. Drumore currently lead the way. So then we'll start in the first division as always. And it's going to be Cookstown Juniors versus Glenavon. This is how Cookstown line up. So let's get into it. And we're going to kick us off. And it's an early yellow card. Owen Jacks early on opens the scoring. A couple of penalty appeals turned down. A long range shot. And another goal at Strand. 2 goals in the opening 24 minutes. And a bit of Glenavon pressure there. But it's Jacks with a chance and over the bar. And that is the first half. So Cookstown domination as expected. Plenty of 8s and 7s with a 9 as well for Strand. Just see if there's any substitutions before kicking off the second half. Right, no changes, so we'll keep going until 60. Oh, and an early goal in the second half for Huntelaar, and that's surely game over already for Cookstown. And Owen McMahon has pulled him back for Glenavon. So, see if there's any more subs before. So Scott's gonna play on until the end. Early chances again for Glenavon. Still all Glenavon, and there's another, it's McKinstry. 2 in 10 minutes for Glenavon. And Cookstown hanging on for their lives here. 2 minutes of added time. There was a chance there, and Glenavon still coming forward. Oh my goodness! What on earth? I was in on John Welsh! Oh my goodness! An absolutely incredible finish here at the Cookstown Cafu Stadium. And Cookstown have got away with murder there. After a poor second half performance. But Scott won't care. Wow. Well, that's going to take some beating for the rest of the night. Man of the match goes to Strand. He gets a goal and an assist. And we will move on to the next game, where Crusaders will host Drumore Celtic. And this is how they line up. So let's get into it then. Drumore kick us off. And an early chance. Oh, and an early goal. It's Ibrahim Saeed. Oh, and straight after he is injured. An eventful start for Saeed there. But his match is going to be over. Right, so we've got Brozek on for Saeed. Putin, Agahawa, DM, and Alton Tups the left of Brozek. Like that. Right, so we will go through till half time now then, following the substitution. Yellow card in there. Oh, and another goal for Drumore. It's like a Howard, the man who has replaced the injured man. That one, a good double save it looks there from the Crusaders keeper. And there it is, it's Alton top, and surely now it's done for Drumore. Oh, and a chance there for Crusaders, but they can't take advantage. And there it is. They can take advantage. It's McBride who has pulled one back on the stroke of half time. So we'll see if Dan wants to make any substitutions before rolling to 60. Sizanko with Agahawa. And then Alton top. Is that alright, Dan? Oh. Or is it like that? Right then, let's... Let's go through to 60 then. Crusaders kick off at sort of second half. Oh, and off the woodwork. Wow. The underdogs putting up a pretty good showing in the first division tonight. So we'll see if there's any subs before playing the last 30 minutes or so. No changes. So let's go through to the end of the match now. Angizalco with a low drive. Oh, and Agahawa has surely put an end to the game now. 4-1. And it's another win for Drumore, who remain top of the table. A dominant display with 20 shots on goal. Despite a 5 from captain Kivu. Agahawa with the 10 out of 10 rating and takes man of the match. So the final first division game of the night, we'll see the updraft travel to Linfield and they line up like that. So let's kick this one off. Early chances here for the updraft, but unable to take any of them. So yellow card there for Arthur. And another yellow card there. And another yellow card. Linfield coming forward now and saved by Casillas. And there it is, it's Ferguson, who has put Linfield in front against all the odds. And some more pressure before half time, but there is the whistle. And it is 1-0 at the breaker. an evenly matched contest, it would seem, in the first 45. Mostly 6s and 7s with an 8 for Johnson. So we will see if there's any substitutions before going to 60. And we will play until 60. One ahead of the chance to make it 2, but can't take it, and now we will. Owen is going to be replaced. Owen is going to be replaced by me. Owen is at last going to be replaced by Mido. And we'll kick off the last 25 minutes or so. A chance early on for Linfield there. Corner for the updraft. Another chance for Linfield. And there is the final whistle. It's a shock here at Windsor Park, as Linfield deservedly take all 3 points. So that concludes the first division action, and we will kick off the Premier action with Saintfield Samba away at Big Time Belfast. Samba line up like that, and Big Time Belfast line up like that. So let's kick this game off at Windmill Park. Yellow card there for Zay Elias. There's a corner. Nicky Ferenko, and then Nicky Ferenko again on the rebound, makes it 1-0 to Belfast. And off the woodwork, I think, there. A good save from the Belfast keeper. Nicky Ferenko with a chance, but sends it wide. Vieira there. Oh, it's a penalty, and it's Nicky Ferenko who has put it away to make it a brace. And it's an own goal from Cuevas. And a very good first half for Big Time Belfast. They deservedly lead 3-0 against Samba. Solid performances all round for Belfast, not so much for Samba. So we'll see if there's any changes for Scott before rolling through to 60. So both sides are going to play on. So we'll stop again at 60. And the yellow card there, this one for Vieira. And another chance, but it remains just the 3. And we'll see if there's any subs before we conclude the last 30 minutes. So Petite is going to replace the But Elias, and Vieira is going to come on for Batistuta. And we'll just see if there's any changes for Samba. Enciso is going to come on for Jorge Bolano. And Falcao come on for Diego Forlan. And we will roll to the end of this match. Chance there for Samba, but it's over the bar. Buffon does well there, and there it is. Vieira puts it beyond all doubt. Three minutes added on, and there is the full-time whistle. Dominant display from big-time Belfast in their title charge. Good performances all round, with Nikiforenko the best of them. 5 for Oscar Cordoba in the Samba net. Disappointing performance for them. And next we'll move on to WC Stout versus Antrim, who line up like this. And WC Stout line up like this. So let's start the action then at Ironboat. An early save there for the Stout keeper. Corner for Antrim, and a goal for Antrim. It's an own goal from Emma Mifa. And that concludes a fairly uneventful first half. No shots for WC Stout. Alovko with the best of the performances in the first half. So we'll see if there's any changes for either manager before resuming play. Play on, so we'll stop at 60. Antrim kick us off, and early Stout pressure, and a penalty, and it's George Artos who puts the penalty away after 51 minutes. And there it is, it's Agostinho, and finally there's some life into this game as Antrim retake the lead. And another, it's a Kocher. A left for Pelos, didn't even move. And it's 2 and 5 minutes for Antrim. So we'll see if there's any more changes before the end of this game. So for Antrim, goal is going to come on for David Welch. And WC Stout, Akinbaye is going to replace Regila Vrede. Oh. And oh, Akinbaye goes up top. I assume it's like this. Yep, and there was another sub for Antrim, which was Makovsky on for Perla. So we will go to the end of this game now. Yellow card instantly for Akinbaye. Some early Stout pressure. Leads to nothing, however. Oh, it's off the woodwork from Makovsky. Oh, off the woodwork again. And there it is for Stout, and it's Abdul Hafiz who grants them a route back into the match. There's a chance for Kesman, but it's wide. And is there a late chance? There is, but it can't be taken. And it is finished here. Stout 2, Antrim 3. It was a much better game in the second half. A fairly evenly matched game. Alexander Hovlako takes man of the match with an 8 out of 10 performance. Plenty of 8s for both sides. And we will move on to now Ballycastle versus Green Park Rangers. Ballycastle lining up like this. And the league leaders, GPR, line up like this. So let's kick this game off at Billy Watson pitch. Another chance for Ballycastle. I want to save, and there it is for David Collins. And it's instantly cancelled out by Grybowski. GPR coming for, it's a yellow card for Stam. Yellow card again. And there it is for Kieran Dyer. On off the crossbar. Wow, an action-packed first half. And it sees GPR take the lead twice to lead 2-1 at the break. Very, very evenly matched game, according to the stats. Marius Pavlak with the best of the performances for Ballycastle. And a 5v up stand for GPR. And we will roll to 60 for now. Collins puts a chance over the bar. Oh, and skimmed the top of the bar, it seemed, by Mr. Roy. And now we will stop at 60. Dede is going to be replaced by Pavel Nedved. in the only change for GPR, and we will see if there is a sub for Ballycastle. Bartos Carvan is going to replace Patrick Berger in the only change, and we will then roll to the finish line. Good save from Bartes, who's had a fantastic season in the GPR net. And it's another save from Bartes. Oh, and Edgar Davids has been sent off. So Van Nistelrooy is going to be the man who's sacrificed. And he's going to be replaced by Mark Van Bommel. As well as that, Ronaldinho is going to move to AMC, and Collins is going to make way for Marcelo SLS. And Kaluzny is going to replace Sergei Semak in the middle of the park for Ballycastle. So 5 minutes left. Can GPR hang on for another valuable 3 points? 3 minutes added on. It's a yellow card for Cannavaro. Matt Poo makes the save, and there is the final whistle. It's finished Ballycastle 1, GPR 2. A fairly evenly matched game, with Ballycastle having slightly more shots and shots on target. Fabian Bartes is awarded man of the match amongst a lot of 7 out of 10s. So we will move on to Glebe versus Shillelaghs. Two sides are as follows. And we will kick off this game. Can Glebe start making some kind of a push towards survival here? And Ray Parler is injured 32 minutes into a very, very uneventful first half, which forces Glebe into an early change. So Ray Parler is going to be replaced by Bolosianko, who is going to swap with Carhan. And we'll roll through till the break. Yellow card there amongst a few late chances at the end of the first half. And Overmars has a strike. And there's a late flurry in at the end of the first half, but not much happening other than that. 3 shots apiece for each side. 6s, 7s and 8s all round. And wow, almost all 7s for Glebe. So we'll see if there's any changes for the two sides at the break. Wayne Rooney is going to replace Matthias Torcell, and then we'll start the second half. Early chance for Glebe, can't take it. And half an hour left to play now. Oh, hang on, got Barnby and Overmars moving back. So we'll see if there's any changes for either side before the end of this match. Like that. Yep, so we'll see if there's any Glebe changes. So Jacob Jewell is going to replace Alyssa Debe, and he is going to go behind Giovanni Savarese with an arrow like such, I assume. Brilliant, so we will roll this through to the end and hopefully we can get to the goal before full time. Oh, and off the crossbar there for Glebe. And there it is for Quinton Fortune. And there it is, Stephen McPhail with the equaliser straight away, and finally we've got some life in this game. And there's a yellow card. 2 minutes added on. Can someone find a winner? No, they can't. It's honours even here at the old hurling ground. Game that didn't really kick into life until the final 20. Quinton Fortune takes the Man of the Match award, despite the fact he didn't get the highest rating. So I believe this is the final match of the match week, and we have a top of the table clash between the Draft and Portrush. The away side line up like this, and the Draft sitting in 4th place line up like this. So we'll kick off the final game. Last but not least, we've got the Draft versus Portrush. Here we go, and an instant goal for Versas for the away side. And a yellow card for Totti there. And there it is. It's Brett Emerton who has levelled it for the Draft. And it's a penalty now. Mendieta makes no mistake in off the post. And Portrush's lead is re-established. And a good save from Bayer there. Visas has a dip. Another save from Bayer. And an action-packed first half is brought to an end there by David Shaft. And despite the drought having more chances, it is Portrush who lead at the break. 5 for captain Francesco Totti. And a 5 for Sander Westerveld in goal for the Draft. So we'll see if there's a change from either manager here. At the break. No changes for Portrush. Play on then, so we'll stop again at 60. Drought kick us off. Oh, it's another penalty, and it's Mendieta who scores it again. And that is 60 minutes. And Portrush have a 2-goal advantage now. Away at the Draft. Courtesy of 2 Geisker Mendieta penalties. So we will see if there's any substitutions, and there is. Totti is going to be replaced by Vitaly Volodenkov, and he's going to be swapped with Baumer. Mendieta indeed. So we'll see if there's any draft changes before rolling to the end. And an hour on Baumer as well. Oh, there we go. Sander Westerveld is going to be replaced by Peter Schmeichel. In, I assume, the only change. Oh, and Andriy Shevchenko, the captain, is going to be replaced by Filippo Inzaghi. And we will kick off the rest of the game. And a chance for Portrush there to finish the game. And then a good save. It's just more Portrush pressure. Bandayi with the yellow card. And it is Raul who is going to have to make way here with 5 minutes left following the injury. So Raul is going to make way for Desai, who will play in the centre of the park. And we will conclude the action in this game. Another yellow card there. Giggs coming forward. And there's Montilla. Oh, it's been disallowed. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, as the whistle has now been blown. An evenly matched contest, but it's Portrush with the better finishing. David Shaft with a big part to play in that for Portrush, as Vitor Bayer in between the sticks takes man of the match, contrary to the man in between the sticks for the draft. And that is the end of the action. We will quickly recap the scores. We had Cookstown 4, Glenavon 3 in what was the first and undoubtedly the best game of the evening. We then saw Dromore take on Crusaders away from home and win 4-1 before the updraft were shocked at the hands of Linfield. And the table looks like this, with Dromore strengthening their hopes of promotion. Cookstown looking to solidify the playoff place, with the updraft still within touching distance. In the Premier Division, big time Belfast thrashing St Fields Sambert by 4-0. Ballycastle 1, GPR 2. Glebe and Shillelaghs in a bottom of the table clash played out a 1-1 draw. The Draft were beaten at home by Portrush by 3-1, and Antrim got a good win at WC Stout by 3-2. Which means that following the first 20 games for each side, the Premier Division looks like this, with GPR still at the top of the table by 3 points, where Belfast and Portrush sit. Glebe did pick up a rare point today, but are still firmly rooted to the foot of the table. So thanks everybody for tuning in for another great night of SLS action. And we'll see